I want to give a shout out to my first and only member, Kevin, who is enjoying all the tribal perks listed down below, along with access to all the emojis I'm showing down below. I made these, they're nothing special, but I thought they were cool and needed some member perks, so feel free to join as a member and use them as your own. Any support is greatly appreciated, so even if you don't want to become a member, a subscription, a like, or a comment is greatly appreciated, and my Discord is down in the description below if anyone wants to join and be a part of this community. Thank you all for watching, and let's get to the video. Hello, and welcome back to another Witcher 3 stream here on Nyxus Gaming. Let me very quickly go ahead and turn my HUD back on. Bada bing, bada boom. Little disclaimer while I finish setting some of this up. This is kind of a repeat of what I've already done in this game. Long story short, I tried streaming this game a couple weeks ago, and I did 2 streams. I got pretty far, we'll say like 7-8 hours, and I went to download them for YouTube, and I realized that there was no audio at all for them, which isn't that a lot of fun. So, luckily I did have a save from beforehand. It was all the way at the beginning of this Blood and Wine DLC, though, so I had to replay up to here, and now we're ready. And I'm checking on Twitch right now. We do have audio today. We do have audio, so we're good to stream. Yeah, I had to fix the audio issues. I had to replay up to this point. And I watched through the previous stream, so I have a list of everything that I did, and we're just kind of going to go through it all again in that kind of similar order. So right now, what this stream is going to be about, we're going to do a few side things. We're going to visit Corvo Bianco, we're going to sell a painting, and we're going to go deal with the Archgriffin back in Skellige, and then we're just going to be doing a lot of stuff here in Beauclair, a lot of side stuff. But I figured we would start with Corvo Bianco. If you remember, this is the home that the Duchess gives to Geralt for helping with the Beast of Toussaint. We have access to it now as a home. We can live here. There's a stash here. We can store things away, but there's a lot more to this place than that. So we're gonna go up here and we're gonna find our Major Domo, whatever you say.
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basil Fountain.
Oh, real quick. I was also trying to get thumbnails, so subtitles are off. Let's turn those back on.
By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corvo Bianco. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know, I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands.
Alright, so yeah, to start off, we're just going to get some history of this place, because it does have, it's cool knowing the lore of things, you know? So let's jump on into that. Tell me more about it.
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Kedweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cutpurse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
All right, so we have a couple previous owners. One was a cut purse turns headsman, basically an executioner. Killed a lot of people for the Duchess, cut their heads off, but nice and cleanly. Very skilled at his job, although I'm not sure that's the kind of job you want to be skilled at. And then an engineer who couldn't drink wine, so he just made wine for everyone else. Seems like a pretty cool guy. Why don't you give me a little tour of this place?
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo, Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill.
To the hill we go.
Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
Seems kind of weird to be a family line of just basically butlers. I mean, I get it's more fancy than that, but I don't
The
know.
servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
It just seems like if your father and your grandfather served other people, you would want to change that. You wouldn't want to serve people. You would want to make something for yourself. Get someone else to serve you.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
This place also just has an amazing view over the rest of the hillside over there. You can see whatever that place is far in the distance.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
No, I don't really drink a lot of alcohol or liquor in real life, so I don't really drink wine, but that does sound like it tastes
Nice
pretty
well.
good.
Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
So he jumped down the well trying to kill himself, just broke his legs, and drank the wine, which somehow healed him and turned into water. Seems a little far-fetched.
Monsieur Bolius' wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation.
Oh, I'm a witcher. I like my herbs. This is a cool little building, too. Everything looks so nice here.
Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Oh, good old Barnabas. I think we're getting to the end of the outside part of the tour. There's not a whole lot going on inside, but a lot of the important stuff we'll be wanting to deal with is inside. And I think we're getting back to the main area over here. I also like, I've mentioned it before, I love just the little streams and creeks going through this area. It just makes it look so much better.
It's enough to drive you batty.
A man who dare not down some red is a man whose wives like to thump.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work, and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Yeah, we even have a stable for Roach, which is pretty cool. Alright, we got the wine cellar there. I think he did clean it up. The dead Bruxa and the dead body is not down there anymore. He should say that now.
Cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which...
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
Yep, so the mess is cleaned up. We can take a look down there at some point if we want. Probably won't be anytime soon. I'll probably give this whole place a good look around once we finish upgrading it, because we are going to have to sink some money into it and repair a lot of
As
it.
you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it, a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
Yeah, so this is the main building here. This is going to be our house. Let's head on inside. As he just palms the door open.
And welcome inside.
It's very modest looking,
On
like
the
it's not
left is the
terrible.
master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corvo Bianco is a beautiful estate. But one must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling.
Alright, so we can ask about the remodeling, see what's available to us.
Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Almost decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
If we do some work on the house...
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
So it costs 5,000, which we don't have, but that'll just generally spruce the place up, and like he said, it'll add armor stands and other weapon plaques where we can actually display stuff, which is cool. We want that
Need to think it
eventually.
over some.
I understand, of course. As the venerable Lady Eve Knibley would so quaintly put it, the rash oft contract rashes.
There's also other stuff we can do on the grounds themselves.
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more... useful.
Oh, yes, we certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
Yeah, so like you said, we can get an armor repair table and a grindstone. The armor repair table actually seems pretty nice. I don't know how it works, but maybe we won't have to bring around any armor repair kits anymore.
My armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all that.
Admiral Rompali once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yaruga. I will contact him at once.
That costs 1,000, and we can do that now,
Know what?
but I'm not going
Might
to.
not be the best time to lay out that kind of coin. Let me sleep on it.
Ponder the notion however long you wish, sir. I am at your disposal always.
Before I do any of the upgrades on this house, I want to finish up with the Rune Right from the Hearts of Stone DLC. We still got to pay him 15,000 to get him fully upgraded. So that's our next goal. Then we'll come back here to Corvo Bianco and start upgrading this place. We can get a grindstone to sharpen our swords. That shouldn't be anything new. We find them all over the place. I hardly use them, though. I should use them a lot more.
In my trade, my blades get dull pretty quick. Could use a grindstone, professional grade.
Of course. No one would consider that an unnecessary extravagance, I would wager.
And that's another 1,000, so that's not bad. I think...
Know what? Why not?
Ponder the
I think
notion.
there are upgrades here that aren't listed yet
Let's
because
put a pin
I
in this for
remember
now.
reading
Remembered I have some urgent business to tend to.
Not the
that
slightest
it
problem,
costs
sir.
like
I am here
another
to serve whenever you
15,000
desire.
to fully upgrade this place. But of course, all we have access right now is sprucing things up and the armor and grindstone, which comes out to 7,000. That's why I don't think all the upgrades are available to us right now. This is the master bedroom here. And what we're going to do, this is one of the spots where we can hang paintings. We are going to hang the Starry Night over the Pontar here. And it's very important that we do that. We also have our stash here. I want to go ahead and store away... Am I storing away Iris? We're storing away Iris. And our Beeline crossbow, because we got Geralt of Rivia's crossbow. And then we'll store away the 2 woven swords for now. We'll probably end up putting on our master-crafted woven armor. And just carrying on with that. The knight armor that we have on, it is a lot better defense-wise. But it doesn't have nearly the amount of bonuses to our damage that this set does. That this set over here does. Because we get resistance and we get... Okay, we get attack power, yeah. We get a lot more bonuses from the Woven set is what I'm talking about. So I would rather use that. We'll take a hit on defense, but that's okay to me. Let's go ahead and store this back here because I do want to keep this armor set. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. And let's see, do we have any trophies to store away? We have that we're going to want to put on Roach next time we get a chance. And we have the Goliath trophy. We can actually put that on Roach right now. So let's do that. That should be better than what we have. Yeah, by 5 stamina. Love it. And the reason I wanted to hang up this painting here is we got a side quest during Hearts of Stone involving that painting. Let's see. Avid Collector. We got the painting during the auction. And the quest is to sell it to a guy. But if you wait till you get the house here in Corvo Bianco and you hang it up, then you sell it, you still get to keep the painting. So we're basically just cheating the game. It's in the game, it's just an exploit, and I want to keep both of them. We have a weapon rack here. Actually, I know what I want to hang up there. We can go find them. Do they come up as... orange or green? They come up as orange. We're going to get the Nine-Tailed Vixen and I guess the Sword of 1,000 Flowers. These 2 weapons were gifts from CD Projekt Red, rewards that you can get in-game. Can't remember exactly how to get them, but I figured they would go nicely being hung up like this together. There's also silver variants. If we get another weapon rack somewhere else, and I'm sure we will. We'll probably hang those up there, but we won't get a lot of that stuff until we spruce this place up a bit. But yeah, that's basically it for Corvo Bianco right now. What I want to do next, now that we have that painting hung up, we are going to go ahead and travel back to Novigrad and sell this painting and keep it at the same time. So let's head here. It should be near Herarch Square, like, yeah, the main square here. And I think while we're here, we'll also take a stop by the bank because we should have some money we can convert here, and that'll give us a nice boost to our wages, not our wages, our economical strength. Why am I coming up with literally every other way to say it? A boost to our balance, I don't know, you get what I mean. Our gold supply. I think it always takes longer to load when you're going to another region, but we're here. Should be able to sell the painting to this guy up here. I think we've been to him before? Oh my god. Why can I not? There we go. Now this is a bookseller, Marcus T.J. Hodson.
Interested in books? You don't look the scholar, but well, we've ones with drawings as well.
Oh, maybe we haven't been to this guy because we never played Gwent with him. Okay, we'll do that in a second. Let's go ahead and sell the painting.
Got a painting I'm looking to sell.
Good for you. But why come to me about it?
'Cause it's a Van Row. Heard you might...
A Van Row? I'll take it. Now, where's me purse? I haven't much just now. But I'll add a bit of loot. Another witch I left it as collateral. What was his name? Gaiatane?
That's so. Interesting. Thanks.
I believe Gaiatin was the cat school witcher that we dealt with way earlier in the game that slaughtered an entire village and we had to kind of talk him down. We also get the conserved Shellmar trophy, which is pretty cool. So another trophy to store in our stash. I really wish Corvo Bianco came with like a wall where we could display trophies. I feel like that would be cool. Let's go ahead and play Gwent with this guy since we haven't before.
Back.
Up for a few rounds of Gwent?
Alright, I think we should... Why do I have 32 cards in my deck? Alright, I think I was going to take some stuff out of my deck. Oh wait, no, that's right, because I have 10 special and 22 units, which is the minimum. Yeah, I think I already took stuff out of my deck. I can't remember if I did that on stream last time, which got cut out, of course, but I got tired of having like 26, 27 cards and not drawing any of the spies I needed. So I just redid it a little bit. I'm sure I kept all the heroes. Yep, all the hero cards I could. Kept the cow in, Valentrameth. Kept all my spies in, the blue stripes, and the 2 catapults along with the medic. If I were to get rid of another card, it would probably be the ballista. It definitely lowers our siege power, and I play on siege a lot, but I feel like it's just helpful to draw other cards. We don't need that. Get rid of that. Alright, I think this is pretty solid. We got a ton of heroes, a spy, a catapult, and a cow. Let's go for it. Alright, you already know the first thing I'm gonna do is play my spy over there, draw more cards. Ooh, we got the Dunbanner medic, which is pretty cool. We're gonna need to play some other stuff. That way we're able to bring it back in the next round. Why would you double... Okay, you're probably planning to use stuff on that row. That's fine. Let's go ahead and play Valentrameth, I guess. Get rid of Dijkstra. Now you can't decoy it back. Alright, so he basically has a horn on both these rows, which isn't great, if I'm being honest. Let's go ahead and play a cow. Oh, okay. Okay. Yep, draw more cards. I know what I'm replaying on round 2. Okay, let's play Geralt. It looks like we're gonna end up playing out this round unless they pass here. That's rough. Yeah, no, we're gonna end up playing out this round. And they have more cards than us, which isn't great. Gonna try and save Ciri if possible. That's rough. I can play Fog, though, and mess them up. It's just I don't want to have to play everything else first, you know? Alright. Unfortunately, I don't have a Biting Frost either, which is rough. Yeah, go ahead and horn your third row. You aren't even going to use that row. Scoia'tael almost never has siege units, so that's just a waste of a horn. I would have saved that for the second round. I guess we'll play Ciri here. Don't have a lot of cards. Should I stall and play Clear Weather? Let's stall and play Clear Weather. Okay. See, now it's going to start getting rough, and I don't think it's worth... See, even if I play Fog here, I don't know if it'll be enough. It's barely enough. Makes them play another card. Waste that card. Now, that doesn't do anything, does it? I don't think so. I need to save these two for the third round, so it's not worth continuing at this point. Oh, they just passed. Okay. Interesting. Not what I would have done. All they needed to do was play one more card, and they would have won. Let's go ahead and play Dijkstra, draw a couple more cards just in case this goes into a round 3. We got a Taller, too. That's good. That's good stuff. It looks like they're trying to play out this round as well. Let's go ahead and draw a couple more cards. Got a Roach. Oh, man, we're in business now. We're in business, and they got one card left. I don't think they're making it through this. Have a Roach. Yep, you've passed. We have one round 2, and you're done. I was getting a little dicey during the first round, but I'm glad we got through it. Alright. Before we head over to Skellige, let's head to the bank here. Let's just jump through over all this. There's so many people here. My god. Vimy, right? Yeah, Vimy Vivaldi.
How can I be of service?
Convert some currency for me,
Got
buddy.
some coin I'd like to convert into crowns.
You've come to the right place. A better rate you'll not find anywhere in the city.
Right, we got... Wow, okay. I thought we had more than that. We only got 27 crowns. That was probably not worth the time. Oh well, let's head over to Skellige now. So the reason we're going to Skellige, we did every side quest in the base game. We explored every point of interest, as you can tell. But there's one thing we did not do, and it's on this island here. It's this hidden treasure quest, and that's because there's a level 48 Archgriffin guarding it. And I'm not going to fight that when I'm only like level 30 something. I think I was like level 32 whenever I finished the base game. 16 levels behind. No, I'm good there. But now we're level 43. We're still 5 levels behind, but I feel like we have a good chance of beating this thing. Fun fact, when I tried doing this last week, when we had no audio, I was literally able to just like walk up and kill the Archgriffin because it stayed on the ground for like half the fight. It didn't try and jump or fly up or anything. So it made it a lot easier. But maybe I won't have that luck this time. I know I also had some bad luck with this boat as well, because if you can't tell, we've kind of beached it a little bit. It's literally in the ground here. I think I did end up getting it loose, but oh my god, I think I just put it even more in the ground. Yeah, this boat might be screwed. Okay, well, nothing wrong with swimming, right? Swimming through the literal raging ocean during a storm like this, I'm sure nothing bad will happen. No, nothing bad will happen. I don't even think the points of interest that we pass even have monsters at them anymore. So it'll just take a little bit longer to swim over, but we should be perfectly fine. And then ideally, after that, we will never have to sail or swim through the Skellige Sea ever again, because my god, am I tired of this place. I always mention, I really love Skellige as a region. I think it's beautiful. The nice open wilds on the islands are cool. As long as you stay on the islands, once you get out to where you're just sailing to point of interest after point of interest after point of interest all around the ocean, it gets really stale really fast. I will say it is one of the worst parts of the game, trying to get all of those. Good thing it's optional, though. It's not optional for me, because I like doing everything. But you don't have to do it in your game. You do get a lot of money from it, though. Selling all the stuff you get from those, I think I made it up to like 70,000 gold. And then I just sank it all on upgrading my Witcher gear. Which is why we're poor right now, but hey, that's besides the point, you know? That's besides the point. Man, it honestly would have been so much faster boating over here. But we're getting there. I think the waves are actually like kind of slowing us down. It's like they're kind of pushing into us. No, I doubt this game goes that far. But yeah, at the top of this island here, where those trees are at the very top, that is where the Archgriffin is, and I believe there's a dead body there that's going to activate the treasure hunt side quest. And then basically, why it's kind of, oh my god, why is it jumpy and laggy here? I don't trust that, so can I quick save real quick? Just to be safe, you know, just to be safe. I think it's kind of calmed down, though. But yeah, we'll kill the Archgriffin, we'll get this side quest, and I believe the treasure for it is up here too, so it should all go pretty quickly. I did not mean to summon Roach here, oh well. Let's pull out our beautiful silver sword. What silver sword am I using? Because I noticed I wasn't using the woven one. Am I using the Viper one? I am, the Viper Venomous Silver Sword. Good. And there's the level 48 Archgriffin. Oh, that's bad luck. It went up right away. I mean, we're still doing good damage to it. Ow, it just did a lot of damage to us, though. There we go. Damn, one hit, and more than half our health is gone. Let's go ahead and pop a swallow to counteract that bleeding that we're doing. Yeah, Archgriffins are not a fun thing to fight, if you couldn't tell. Let's go ahead and just use this amateur one here. Okay. So yeah, treasure hunt quest is from this body right over here. A frustrated warrior's notes. You see we got a key. You can read that if you want. This is Unlucky's treasure. Really easy because I believe right over here is just a half-buried chest that we open up, we loot, and we are all done with it. As I said, super easy. There's also a lot of other bodies around here, like they were coming looking for the treasure, maybe? Or maybe, all three of them were just part of the same crew, and they came up here to hide their treasure, and that's when the Archgriffin attacks? I don't know. That could very well be the case. But as far as that goes, I think we're all done and all good here. Unfortunately, very unfortunately, we did not take the boat over. There is a boat on that side. I think going over to get this boat would be faster than swimming back. So we're going to go over and get this boat. Okay, unless we just fall into the water anyway. That would be unfortunate. Then we just have to swim over to the other side anyway. Come on, you can get up there. Come on. You got it, Geralt. You're almost there. Alright. I think this boat over here is from when I originally sailed over to this island. Odd thing about Skellige, I'm sure if a boat breaks, it will respawn. But other than that, all the boats stay wherever you left them. And they retain whatever damage you might have put on them. So if you really want to, you could just take all the boats and put them in one place. I think the harbor over at Skellige, the main town, that I can't remember the name of for some reason. I think I have like just a ton of boats chilling there from when I've fast traveled there. Let's take the helm. You know what? Why not just test that theory, see how many boats are actually there, by adding another one to the Care-Trolled port. Yep, you can see them all just clustered here. I love it. And yep, still damaged as I left them here. Even better. Alright, let's quickly get out of here. We will fast travel back to Beauclair, and we'll get started on all the side quests there.
Hey there, friend.
Probably head straight to the graveyard to the very south. We'll start a side quest there, but we won't actually do it until the next stream. And we'll have to run there through Beauclair too. Basically, we want to go here. We have to fast travel here. We'll hit the notice board along the way and pick up what we can from there. All right. We're heading south through town here. Beauclair is a little bit of a confusing town. I don't think it's as confusing as, say, Novigrad is, but I still might get lost in it here and there. We're gonna ignore any exclamation marks that appear on the map as we go through too. All we're interested in is what's on this notice board, and head into the south of town for now. Armed escort wanted. We'll read some of these as we go.
An escort.
Goodness gracious, great balls of granite. We'll definitely be doing that later in this stream. Father knows worse. I think we'll be doing that one. I'm not 100% sure. Fist of Fury we'll definitely be doing.
Are you well?
No. I've trouble.
Till Death Do You Part we'll definitely be doing. We'll be doing that one here pretty shortly. There can only be one. I don't think we'll be doing that one. And Master, we'll knock that out, but that starts like 4 or 5 other like scavenger hunt quests, which we will not be doing. What we're here for at this little graveyard, towards the end of the last stream, we got a letter from Yennefer. It's not always from Yennefer, but we got the Yennefer ending, so that's why it's from her. And basically, it's about this guy that was studying Witcher mutations here. And we need to figure out what they were. We need to find his grave, which is right here. Tomas Moro, Professor. Ellis Cavani Alder en Dol Neved. Ellis Alder en Corazon. Grorsane Eleren. I feel like the pronunciation was pretty good.
Speech. Salvation lies not in Dolnevde, but in our hearts. Glory be to Eldarin.
Alright, and then we'll examine
Damn.
this.
Professor's journal's long gone. Guess somebody else found out about it too. Should look around, see if I can find something else.
Do some looking around. We got some footprints.
Narrow and shallow. Somebody's small, light. Woman, maybe? Wonder where they lead. Damn it, trail breaks off. Wonder if the grave robber learned more than I did.
Alright. That's all with that. I thought there was a little bit more to this.
Professor certainly can't do much to help me with my search. Won't learn anything else here.
Okay, yeah, that's it. There we go.
Bien sent me will have to do. Also, Epitaph mentioned both Eldarin and Dolnevde, Valley of the Nine.
So yeah, now we're pretty much all done with that quest because it's gonna send us like around here. We gotta check the map first, and then it should point us to there. I don't plan to go to that area during the stream, so that's why we're pretty much done. Is it this map? Yeah, old map of Toussaint. And I have no idea where any of that actually is, because that doesn't look really at all like the actual map of Toussaint, if you ask me. You know what? Actually, it does, because, yeah, the palace was there. This big lake wasn't here. It was more just a river. This makes sense. I did not realize this when I looked at it last time. So yeah, because it's an older map of Toussaint, if we go back and look at it again, that whole area wasn't flooded before. It was an actual city down there. Okay. And yeah, that's where we gotta go.
Site marked on the map's all wet now. San Retour flows through there. Must be where the Valley of the Nine once lay. Need to explore the location.
So yeah, as I said, that's gonna be over in this lake area. We will not be going there quite yet. So we're gonna switch gears. You may have noticed these drowners over here. They actually are involved with what we want to do next. This is another little treasure hunt. Come on, take him out. Ooh, that was so clean. Such a good, clean, easy fight. You love to see him. Because otherwise, I kind of suck. Alright, we'll loot that. What we're interested in is not the pickaxe, head, and wire. This body over here. Sodden letter and an ornate key. The last exploits of Selena's gang. This is going to lead us into the cemetery. Not this cemetery. There's a different cemetery just inside town. They have literally two cemeteries right next to each other for some reason. It's going to lead us in here. We're going to fight some grave robbers, I think. And then this quest is going to cut off too, because once again, it's going to send us into an area that I don't want to go to. Let's go ahead and mark that. Last exploits of Selena's gang. You can see the red markers on the map already. Just got to go down into this crypt and find them. Hey guys,
Giving me no
don't mind
choice.
me. I probably should not jump right in the middle of them. My God. Ow, ow. Can I not? It's like targeting the one guy in the back, which is putting me in a bad spot. Damn, dude. Come on. And they keep blocking, which is even lamer. He's bled out. He minds. He's trying to kill your buddy over here. Right, you're the last one.
Ever fight a witcher?
Easy. Kind
Noises
of.
could
I
be
kind
coming
of
from
struggled, but it
grave
wasn't
robbers.
super easy.
Can't know for sure though. Need to wait till after dusk to confirm.
Alright. We're gonna investigate all this. We got orders from Robin. Also, you may have noticed that he said something like the noises seem to have been coming from the grave robbers. That's actually involved in another quest that we'll be doing next. Yeah, just a small little treasure hunt quest here, and I thought it would send us somewhere else, but I was wrong. That's it for the last exploits of Selena's gang. I'm gonna go around and loot some of this. Like, it's grave robbing, sure. But graves tend to have good stuff in them. And we need money. We are, like, out of money. We need to finish with the rune right. We need to upgrade Corvo Bianco. So I'm going to be kind of scrounging around, grabbing whatever I can, you know? Especially if it'll help in finishing upgrading all my Witcher gear. Which we still have to do, by the way. We will be doing that eventually. But yeah, that's the last exploits of Selena's gang.